After over 3 centuries of Spanish colonial rule characterized by an unenlightened government, outright exploitation of the Indios, and on the part of the governed, countless sporadic and isolated revolts and other forms of resistance, the Philippine Revolution exploded on August 23, 1896, in the event that is commemorated as the Cry of Pugadlawin. Located in the outskirts of Manila, there assembled on that day members of a secret revolutionary society known as the Katipunan, led by its founder Andres Bonifacio. The Revolutionary Society, Katipunan, was established by Filipinos who had given up hope that the Spanish government would administer the affairs of Filipinas in the interest of its subjects with justice and dignity. By the time of the outbreak of the revolution, membership in the Katipunan had soared to about 30,000, which included some women. The immediate result of the outbreak of the revolution was the institution of a reign of terror by the Spanish authorities in an attempt to frighten the population into submission. Hundreds suspected of joining the Katipunan and the revolution were arrested and jailed. Prominent Filipinos were shipped to exile to the Carolines or the Spanish penal colony in Africa, and still others were executed, including Jose Rizal, who was shot by musketry on December 30, 1896. The revolution spread from Manila and Cavite to Laguna, Batangas, Bulacan, Pampanga, Tarlac, and Nueva Ecija, represented as the 8th race in the Philippine flag. Andres Bonifacio led the revolution in its early stages, although he did not excel in the field of battle. Internal rivalry led to the division of the ranks within the Katipunan organization, and with the execution of Bonifacio in May 1897, charged with sedition and treason. Leadership of the revolution fell into the hands of another Katipunan member, Emilio Aguinaldo, who distinguished himself in the battlefields in Cavite, at that time the heartland of the revolution. The first phase of the revolution ended inconclusively, with both Filipino and Spanish forces unable to pursue hostilities to a successful conclusion. Aguinaldo and other Filipino officers exiled themselves in the British colony of Hong Kong and southern China. However, the hostilities never completely ceased. On April 21, 1898, after the sinking of USS Maine in Havana Harbor and prior to its declaration of war on April 25, the United States launched a naval blockade of the Spanish colony island of Cuba. This was the first military action of the Spanish-American War of 1898. On May 19, Aguinaldo unofficially allied with the United States, returned to the Philippines, and resumed attacks against the Spaniards. On June 12, Aguinaldo issued the Philippine Declaration of Independence. Although this signified the end date of the revolution, neither Spain nor the United States recognized Philippine independence. The Spanish rule of the Philippines officially ended with the Treaty of Paris of 1898, which also ended the Spanish-American War. On February 4, 1899, in the Battle of Manila, fighting broke out between the Filipino and American forces, beginning the Philippine-American War. Aguinaldo immediately ordered that peace and friendly relations with the Americans be broken and that the latter be treated as enemies. The Philippines did not become an internationally recognized independent state until 1946. BSA reporting.